All right, good afternoon, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center, monitoring our winter weather advisory for the Houston area and our now winter storm warning for two of our northwest counties. Winter storm warning has just been added for Grimes and Washington County, where conditions there, winter weather-wise, are beginning to go downhill. They're getting more sleet and expecting as much as 0.2 of an inch. We'll go over that in just a moment. Sleet and freezing rain, the threat all the way down to the 59 corridor will continue as we head into late this afternoon and tonight. That includes the Houston area. Some bridges and overpasses could get icy, and that's why we're watching this so carefully. That being said, so far the precipitation that's falling has been very, very light, and I'm cautiously optimistic that we may get through this Houston proper without getting too much in the way of problems, but it's something we have to pay close attention to, especially going into Friday morning. Okay, so these are current temperatures, and so far it's only been our far northwest counties that have dropped down to or below freezing, with College Station at 30, Brenham at freezing 32, Columbus at 32. Everybody else has remained above freezing. Tomball at 37, Bush 39, Hobby's hanging on to 40 degrees out there. We've got that north wind putting wind chills in the lower 30s right now. It definitely feels cold out there with the wind blowing. So let's start with the temperature part first, and then we'll go into the sleet and freezing rain threat and maybe even a few snowflakes. Here's the temperature forecast going into 7 o'clock tonight. So I stopped it here because this is about the time that models are suggesting that a big chunk of Harris County will drop down to or below freezing. Bush, Tomball, and Sugar Land all forecast to drop down to about the freezing mark by 7 o'clock this evening. That may coincide with the arrival of a little bit of sleet and freezing rain. Conroe down to 29 by 7 o'clock, College Station at 28, Pearland, Pasadena, Galveston above freezing by 7 o'clock. Then we'll take you through the overnight, which is when temperatures will drop down into the 20s for all inland areas. These are Friday morning's lows. Bush 27, Tomball 25, Pearland 28, College Station and Brenham down to 21. They'll have some ice and sleet on the ground and maybe the bridges and overpasses there as well. One of the reasons why they'll be so much colder up there as well. But even Pasadena and folks in Brazoria County and Matagorda County dropping down into the mid to upper 20s. You've got to get right near the coast and the beaches to be near or above freezing. But right now, models suggesting Galveston could have a light freeze at 31. Are your tropical plants protected and covered up? Galveston Island, you may end up with a light freeze tomorrow morning, even all the way down to the coast. Then on Friday, things are going to improve markedly. We're going to see at least some sunshine. It's going to be cold. High temps go into the upper 30s to near 40 as we head into Friday afternoon. So that's the temperature part of it. Here's the sleet, rain, and freezing rain part of it. And this is the radar loop over the past 3 hours. Here's Houston, Harris County. So far, we've stayed above freezing. We've had a few sprinkles, light rain showers in Houston, but roads are for the most part dry. You can see the pink and the white. That is sleet, freezing rain, and a few snowflakes coming down. From Austin to Waco, it's beginning to let up out there, but from Bryan to Columbus and now into Washington County right here where Brenham is, and then Navasota, Beat Eyes, and Grimes County, you're about to get some light to moderate sleet and freezing rain. You can see it building into Grimes County there as temperatures are dropping. And so that's why these counties have now been added to a winter storm warning, which still includes the I-35 corridor. And oh my goodness, what a mess it is up in Dallas. They've got ice on the road, and they had a couple inches of snow overnight, so it is just a huge travel mess up there. You do not want to go traveling on the roads in Dallas today or tonight or tomorrow morning. That needs a good 24, 36 hours to improve. Okay, winter weather advisory continues for Harris County, Fort Bend County, northern Brazoria, northern portions of Matagorda County as well included in that. The only areas not included are coastal Brazoria, Matagorda, Galveston, and Chambers County, and southern Liberty County. The rest of us under a winter weather advisory. So Houston, Harris County, we could see a 1/10 of an inch of sleet or freezing rain this afternoon and tonight. That's a very small amount, but it could cause a few icy spots, and so that's why we're just kind of watching it like a hawk out there. Again, this is what's new in the winter storm warning. Washington County and Grimes County, these two guys right here have been added to this winter storm warning that will be in effect until midnight tonight. 212,000 residents impacted in this area. So Brenham to Carmine to Navasota to Beat Eyes, this is where we're now seeing sleet and freezing rain build in. And so rural bridges and overpasses could easily get a little iced up out here over the next 4, 5, 6 hours. Be very careful and just stay in if you can. It's just one of those winter days that we get sometimes here in southeast Texas. Stay in if you can, stay off the roads. 0.2 of an inch. That's what's possible, we think, as far as total accumulation on the ground. So almost 1/4 of an inch of sleet and ice possible. That certainly is enough to ice up some of those bridges and overpasses in Brenham and Washington County. And of course, the stretch of 290 goes through Washington County, and any of those high flyovers could be impacted by that over the next several hours. As far as our ice accumulation forecast, it's shrinking due to the very light nature of the precipitation. You can see now minor impacts from ice are possible northwest Harris County. So you get out to Memorial, out to Katy, to Sealy and Columbus, you could see a little bit of icing tonight. 290, 249, I-45 North Woodlands, Conroe up to Huntsville, 59, 69, Humble, Kingwood up to Cold Spring and Livingston, and even portions of the Southwest Freeway, 59 down to El Campo, could see a little bit of an ice threat. It's considered a minor threat, but even a little bit of ice can cause big problems locally. We know that, so that's why we're paying such close attention to it. Here's the forecast as far as future track seeing it. This is going into 4:30 this evening, and this is where the sleet is possible, especially further northwest toward Washington and Grimes County. A little bit of cold rain for Galveston going into 4:30. We go into 8 o'clock tonight. A little bit of light sleet, Columbus to Brenham to Huntsville to Conroe to even perhaps northwest Harris County, Tomball, Jersey Village, out to Memorial, out down Sugarland, down toward Missouri City. You guys could see a little bit of a frozen mix. Again, what fall is expected to be very, very light, but it's something we'll just be tracking moment to moment to see if we get any problems on the bridges. This is by midnight tonight. So midnight, Thursday night and early Friday morning, very light frozen mix possible from downtown to the northeast up to Conroe, Cut and Shoot, and Willis, up to Kingwood and the Woodlands, and out of Tascasita Way, out over Lake Houston to Liberty and Dayton and Cleveland. Maybe a light, very light frozen mix, temperature dropping into the low 30s, upper 20s. And then it comes to an end as we head toward 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. So tomorrow morning, even though the precipitation is done, this is when, if we've got any ice that fell, it will be a problem for the commute. I would highly recommend you just stay put in the morning, get up early with us. We're on the air at 4:30 to 7. Cheetah and Jennifer will take you through weather and traffic and the road conditions, and just you'll know exactly what's going on out there, so you don't rush out there and get in some sort of weird traffic jam because of ice on your bridge, on your commute. We'll be watching your commute tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And then maybe a few breaks in the clouds. By noon, near freezing still. And then as we get into the afternoon, we'll try to get into the mid to upper 30s. The extended forecast then, the weekend is cold, but the sun comes back out, and then a slow rebound going into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. So that is where we stand right now. And I'll just back this up to just once again remind you what's new is that we have this winter storm warning that has been extended into our northwest counties of Washington and Grimes County. That is in effect now through midnight tonight. It is our northwest counties that we think are most likely to see icing problems. You may see 0.2 of an inch of ice. We've got ice and sleet on the ground in Bryan College Station, and it is a problem up and down the I-35 corridor, and Dallas is an absolute icy mess. So coming up, we're live on the TV side at 4 o'clock. We'll have all the pictures from across Texas where all the problems are, especially up in Dallas where they've been hit very hard with the winter storm. And of course, a detailed look at what's going on here locally. So we'll see you live on the TV side at 4 p.m. on KHOU 11 News at 4 on the 411. We'll see you then, unless we start getting real icing problems, and we'll break in here and let you know about it.